Today I want to tell you about a grist mill that was located in Tarboro, Georgia and Camden County. If you never heard of Tarboro, Georgia, it's 5 miles west of White Oak, which is a small community off Highway 17 in Camden County, just past Waverly, Georgia. But this picture is a picture of the grist mill that was located at Tarboro. The grist mill was built in the late 1800s. And this is a zoomed in version of the Forks where the grist mill was located right here. So you can see Burnt Forth Road, Owens Ferry Road, and Refuge Road. They called this Forkville at one time. Dave and Nat Stafford built this grist mill right here at the Forks. The Stafford brothers drilled an artesian well that fed the grist mill. The artesian well fed the large water wheel that powered the whole grist mill. People came from miles away with their corn and their other things to grind into grits. The Stafford brothers also built a swimming pool that was fed from the artesian well. This was called Forkville right here, where you see the roads come together: Burnt Fork Road, Refuge Road, Owens Ferry Road. This area right here was where the grist mill was. The artesian well is still there today, still flowing strong into a big pond. Some of the other owners of the grist mill over time was Joe Handy, Roy Southwell, Marion Joyner, and Jim Bowie. The building you see here was still there in the 80s. It was served as a store or a warehouse or storage area, but it eventually burned down. Most grist mills are located near rivers or water sources. This one was fed by artesian well, which was unique. It's called a grist mill from an old word from the first settlers that called grist was the name for cereal. Basically how this works, simplified, is that the water from the artesian well river powers this huge wheel. This huge wheel turns all these mechanisms, and there's 2 millstones there in a diameter 4 to 6 feet or 18 to 24 inches thick. The top wheel is called the runner wheel, and the bottom wheel is called the bedstone. These millstones are made of granite or sandstone. As you can see, they sit on top of each other, and they have little grooves in it that let air pass through as it's grinding your corn or your flour or whatever you need to ground. These millstones were heavy. They were about a ton or around that range. The simplified version is the water turns the wheel, it turns these mechanisms. You put your corn or your grain in this hopper up here, and it feeds it into these stones, and these stones grind it. And it don't show it in this picture, but there's a hopper off to the side that collects the ground product, such as grits or flour or whatever you made. This is another example of a grist mill as well. You can see the water coming in, it running through the grinder over here, and coming out in the hopper over here. This was an actual picture of the grist mill in Tarboro, and there's really nothing there today. Just amazes you know there was some history there at one time in Tarboro, Georgia, Camden County.